I want to start tonight's news and notes on a bit of a somber note. 5 days ago, we had a young man pass away after drowning in Terry Pool. East Hartford passes its, on behalf of the Town Council, the administration, and the community at large, we want to pass our sincere thoughts, wishes, and condolences to the parents of the young man. The police continue to investigate the incident. We take safety at our pools very seriously, and we won't comment, or certainly I won't comment, until we have the complete investigation finalized. So again, on behalf of the town of East Hartford, we send our thoughts, prayers, and condolences to the family of the young man who lost his life in a drowning incident 5 days ago. With respect to the Pulse of East Hartford, the August 1st, 2020 edition came out, volume 6. There's a number of important news and notes in there. The first one is administratively, we're going to create out of the mayor's office a traffic calming committee. I don't know how much success we'll have, but if we don't at least try, I think we would miss an opportunity. We're going to have 3 members of the public join, perhaps 4 members, join with the police department, public works department, fire department, and the mayor's office. And we will attempt to see what we can do. It might be lawn signs like you see in other communities that say, drive as if your children lived here. Maybe selective enforcement over and above the existing efforts from safe streets that the police are already doing. It may be creating communication in terms of out of the mayor's office with respect to social media. Doug Wilson, our town engineer, reminds me that there are 3 ways to control traffic. They're the 3 E's: engineering, education, and enforcement. So again, we're going to try to look at this holistically as a community, and where we can try to make a difference for the benefit of the community. Item number 2, I just got back from National Night Out. We had Gorman Park from 2 to 4 o'clock. I would estimate that there were 200 to 250 people there. They participated in viewing a lot of materials and a lot of equipment from our police and fire departments, our youth services departments. There was Kona Ice, there was hot dogs from Manili's. It was all around a great event. And then later on in the evening at Martin Park from 5 to 7, we did it again. K-9 demonstrations. It was just a really good opportunity to get the community together. Much like on Friday, Parks and Recreation had a pool party. And the pool party was attended by 180 East Hartford, both adults and children. They got to go into the pool with floats, which is a unique thing. They had all kinds of games. They also had Kona Ice. Kona is an excellent partner with Parks and Recreation. So these things are all about making community, and I was impressed as heck both with National Night Out, the job the police and fire department and other town employees did, and also the job Parks and Recreation did at Martin Park on Friday. Item number 3, just a reminder to everybody, August 9th, there'll be a statewide primary for several statewide constitutional offices. That is August 9th, 2022 from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. So plan on joining us to vote if you have not passed in your absentee ballot already. Additionally, we have partnered with the Justice Education Center. They too have American Rescue Plan Act money, and they have paid part and parcel for a basketball program for girls entering grades 1 through 8 in East Hartford. It is free to our community because the Justice Education Center will be paying us to run the program. Some of you may remember Megan Pattison Cuomo. That is just before Rebecca Lobo in terms of her tenure at UConn. She is running the program on behalf of the Justice Education Center, but we're using the registration software from Parks and Rec. We're using our own schools, we're using our own parks, and there will be transportation to, say, Rentschler Field, and they may even end up at a Connecticut Sun basketball game. So again, Monday, August 15th through Friday, August 19th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you haven't registered and if there's room, please contact Park and Rec and take this. We will close it down when we reach 100 participants. So a great program, 3rd week of August. Proud to offer it to the community. And again, it's being paid for by the Justice Education Center in conjunction with some excellent work by Parks and Rec and a number of other town staff. Also want to announce the 35th Annual Senior Picnic, September 13th at noon to 3, Pratt & Whitney Aircraft Club, 20 Clement Road. Make sure you get your tickets for that. Also, Robert Fitzgerald has been added to Corporation Counsel as a part-time assistant Corporation Counsel. As everybody knows, Rich Gentile, who's been a long time and quite frankly excellent assistant Corporation Counsel, in all likelihood moves on to the office of probate judge. He will be on the ballot in November. He does not have an opponent, so in all likelihood, Rich should finish that election very positively, in my opinion. That being said, Robert has come on to bridge some of the gap. We also have an open vacancy where we are announcing it to the world, taking in resumes, and although it'll be difficult to fill Rich's skill set, we have to try anyway. But Robert is a wonderful interim stopgap solution. He's a town resident, and he's got an extensive municipal resume that helps him do the job. With respect to other materials in the issue of the Pulse, the Sounds of Summer, last week is Thursday, August 4th, 6 to 8, Great River Park. The band is Cover to Cover, which is a genuinely East Hartford band. So come out. I understand Parks and Rec may do a couple of additional games since it's the last night out to have some fun, and the crowds have been outstanding. I have seen Harry there on most occasions, and hope to see him again there on Thursday. We also have food trucks for anybody who wants a bite to eat from some of our excellent cuisine via truck. Farmers Market, Stories, Songs, and Crafts, Fridays, August 12th and 26th at 10:30 a.m. on the front of the library. Make sure you visit that. East Hartford Public Schools Back to School Rally, Wednesday, August 10th, 3:30 to 6:30 p.m., East Hartford Green. So write down that, or again, send us your email information, and we'll add you to the Pulse newsletter. Item number 8, sign up for Back to School shoes and coats. August 9th is the deadline, and you want to, with the assistance of the East Hartford Rotary Club, contact East Hartford Social Services Department, and they'll accept your application, and hopefully we can get you some shoes and coats for back to school. Last couple of announcements. Also, continuing in the Pulse, I have to tell this story. It's a good story, and the council should hear this story. It's with respect to solid waste. Over the weekend, a East Hartford resident put out to the curb a very nice end table. She did not call for a pickup because she was hoping a neighbor would pick up the end table. Someone else, she was leaving it, and it was good enough for somebody else to take into their home. However, the outside company swooped in and took it off the curb, and she was candidly very angry that we were that efficient. So she was going to call Town Hall on Monday and give them a piece of her mind because that particular piece of furniture was set for somebody else. Now, I watched social media, and it was kind of fun to watch. The first few comments were, curb equals trash. The next one was, why are you complaining? They were very efficient and got their job done. However, swooped in another town resident and said, no, we were trained to call for an appointment, so this should not have been picked up. Town Hall was wrong. So then I decided to get involved, and I said, hey, folks, I said, let me provide you a little bit of perspective. There were 124 scheduled pickups for bulky waste. Kudos to those individuals. However, during the same period, there were 83 individuals that just pushed their stuff out to the curb. Not sure if it included the small table, but 83. I said, that's an illegal dumping problem. That plagues our town, and I have told sanitation, rather than wait for each side of the neighbors to complain that we have missing or just trash pushed to the curb, I've asked sanitation to pick it up and ultimately send a letter to the individual. I can tell you the individuals in East Hartford who are getting those letters are not happy, but the letters are quite vanilla in terms of just explaining what the process was. So she understood our dilemma. She said, geez, I didn't know that there were 83 that just pushed the stuff out. She said, what I'm really mad about is one of the 2 free visits is now gone. So I said, hey, listen, I said, this is a learning experience for everybody. If you need that second visit, call my office, we'll facilitate it. So at the end of the day, she was happy. It was a good abject lesson in some people are very precise in terms of they will call for an appointment, yet we have almost as many who won't. So as a community, I tell that story and encourage everybody, do the right thing, push your stuff out to the curb, call the number, schedule an appointment, and I will one day pull back on sanitation so that only if you have an appointment we'll pick it up, but we're not there yet. There's too many things that get pushed out to the curb without an appointment, so we're working on quality of life, and that's a story that happened over the weekend. My last couple of items is also very proud, and this council should also be very proud because they had a hand in it, American Rescue Plan Act money for both East Hartford Connects and Ready CT. In the Pulse and also on social media, there was a picture of 24 East Hartford young adults from East Hartford High School, both juniors and seniors. They were entered into the apprentice program for police and fire, and I had the opportunity to speak before them. It's a 4.5-week class for approximately 4 hours a day, 9 to 1, sometimes a little bit longer, and they graduate tomorrow, so I'll be at their graduation. And I said, listen, I'm going to address you as if you were my sons and daughters as opposed to me being the mayor. I said, how many of you, when you got into this program, expected to become a police officer or a firefighter? And the answer was 2 or 3 hands out of the 24. And I said, now that you're 3.5 weeks into it, how many expect to pursue a job as an East Hartford firefighter or police officer? And 18 hands went up. They had training in bomb sniffing dogs. They put the gear on. They found out what it was like to breathe through a respirator. They worked the equipment. They rode along on the rides. I think it was as enjoyable for our police and fire staff as it was for these young adults. So I then prompted the next question. I said, so you're the inaugural class. I said, in 25 years, who aspires to be our next East Hartford resident that's a police chief or fire chief? And 6 hands went up. I had 4 who desired to be the fire chief and 2 who desired to be the police chief. So couldn't be more proud of these individuals. You'll see more pictures tomorrow. They're practicing for their graduation. But to me, these are the programs we need. Again, the council had the foresight to do this. These are the programs that this community needs, because if we have good paying jobs that are available to our children, and those good paying jobs come with health care and a pension, all of a sudden East Hartford becomes not only a destination, but a stable place to live, work, and play. So we have a lot of work in front of us to do, but that's a highlight of some of the cool things that are out there. And last but not least, on the artistic vein, my last comment is at the Selden Brewer House on Saturday, July 16th from 1 to 4 p.m., a 2022 art show was held by the East Hartford Library, and we had 4 winners. In the Noble New Artist category, winning a $50 gift certificate sponsored by Library Director Sarah Klein Morgan, Ari Hernandez won it for a portrait called Hands. Under the Mayor's Award, $100 sponsored by myself was Bina Nair for Krishna. And under the $500 Purchase Award, sponsored by the East Hartford Commission on Culture and Fine Arts, Georgia Stathulis for Bushnell Park Carousel was the winner. And if I apologize if I butchered that name. And finally, also under the Purchase Award for $500, in memory of Angela Prasser, sponsored by Emilio Estrella and Liana Wilson, John Hugh for Blazing Light. So congratulations on behalf of this council, this administration, for those who participated in the East Hartford Library Art Show. We definitely have some talent here, so let's end this commentary on a high note and congratulate those individuals. I will also tell you one other thing, again, pride for the community. I was rushing around, otherwise I would have made the note, but as you were speaking, yesterday at the Senior Center, I believe it was at 1 o'clock, we celebrated the graduations of a variety of canines. And the canines were under the teaching control of our own officer, Todd Mona. We graduated 1 from East Hartford. Officer Hawley has another dog. And we also graduated canines from New Haven, New Britain, Southington, and Windsor. There's an example of East Hartford being a leader in the region. We not only have an exceptional canine program, but we export it to other communities too. So again, a variety of reasons to celebrate East Hartford. First, our children, and now our instructors who are graduating canines all over the state. On behalf of myself, once again, thank you for the indulgence, Council, and I look forward to answering any questions for items on the agenda tonight. Thank you.